Hey folks, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Last time we defeated Mr. Carrion and released Oscar Fevris from his curse, pleasing Lady Janath and him both, and sending his unfortunately summoned former lover back to her peaceful afterlife. As a reward, he asked us to come sit for him to paint us in his atelier, so we'll go do that now and see what sort of result we get. I'm very curious about this. After that, it's back to exploration of the lower city and possibly, maybe even reaching the upper city this episode. Not entirely sure. There is more to do down in the sewers as well. There's places we haven't finished exploring. There's a whole city down there, so we could explore there as well. But let's start by meeting with Oscar.
Here she is, the hero of the hour. Brushes are oiled, the canvas prepped, and you... well, you're comfortable. That's the main thing. So, shall we begin?
Do you not want to wash your face first? How long is this going to take?
Oh, not long at all. I've rather a good memory for faces, and I've been sketching yours since my return. I just need to add the final touches to capture that unique twinkle in your eye. So, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Wonderful. Stand yourself just there, and voila! All it needs now is a name. Something to capture the spirit in which it was created.
Okay. Call it whatever you want, I'm only gonna sell it. Let's not overcomplicate things. Portrait of an Adventurer is fine.
A very traditional choice. Perfect for such a dignified hero as yourself. Please, take it in for a moment. It's not every day one's face is preserved for posterity.
Likeness, warts and all.
Okay, where is it? That's painting of Lady Janath. Oh, we received the hero of Baldur's Gate. Okay, it's in our inventory. This is kind of disappointing. I can't actually see it. What is it? Legendary portrait. Oh, and how fetching a face. Flawed, flawless, elegant, hideous, pained, pleasurable. Seems to fit all such descriptors and many more besides. £1, 1,500 gold. What can I do with this thing? Anything? Curious.
What now?
Well...
Wanna dance?
What do I do with it? I guess maybe I can drop it on the ground? And can we take a look there? Maybe I can zoom in and take a look at it here. It's a picture of Shadowheart. Okay, interesting. He was like, you know, you're not that great. We're gonna take this instead. I guess we could either sell it for gold or just kind of keep it. I'm not sure what to make of this. I guess we'll send it to camp. Maybe there's someplace we can hang it? I don't know. Kind of a weird one there. Alright, let's figure out where we're going next. So we're gonna leave Lady Janath's estate and begin exploring this side of the lower city, up here. So let's go ahead and hop out.
Should mind my step.
I guess we want to get over to this area here, but we're gonna have to go down through the house to do it, I think. Alright, let's head down. Get ourselves set up to adventure tomorrow, and then we'll go take a long rest. Maybe I can just do... yeah, maybe I can just come here. And we can actually check in with the butler, tell him we solved the problem of his lady for him. Maybe he'll be happy about it, who knows? Down they come. Down and around.
We should have had another one.
Doesn't matter what we think now.
Alright, let's check in with Tarhun Namanis.
But if
Enter, if that is your wish. Personally, I would advise you against it.
Oh. He's not aware we've solved his problem. All right. Well, it's been a long day. Let's head back to camp. And we'll go ahead and take a long rest as well.
Jaheira! Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult, and if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and—
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsk and Boo greet cheek with hand.
Do we get involved in this? I mean, it's our camp. We're the leader. Both of them have agreed to listen to us, so... maybe enough. What's this about?
I would like to see if a lesson has been learned. This mess falls on our heads, Minsk. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened.
What's important here? She's berating him for going off on his own, doing his own thing, instead of waiting for her, listening to her. But a little bit of chaos is actually a good thing for an adventuring party. A little bit of somebody willing to push the big red button can actually have good results, because a lot of times when I play characters, they're kind of cautious and thoughtful. They like to plan and strategize. And usually when there's somebody in my party who just is a wild card, just a chaos clown, it usually ends to some of the best sessions, or leads to some of the best sessions. So I think maybe a little bit of insight here from Tava could be valuable for Jaheira. I'm not saying he shouldn't, you know, dial it back a little bit. But if Minsk hadn't done what he had, the trail could have ended there instead of leading you to Ketheric and the Prism and me. There's an insight wisdom check. Not our best bet. We only have a +4, but let's see. No, no good. I think this is important enough to burn an inspiration. There we go. There's the 10. Rolled a 6.
I have seen too much to believe destiny has taken our side. Blind luck, perhaps. The point remains. You meant well, Minsk. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps, than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsk falls short of the understanding, Jaheira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Wicklaren?
The Wicklaren, wise women of Rashomon, each bonded to a berserker bodyguard for life. There is no higher title, nor deeper bond in all of Rashomon custom.
Wicklaren? Minsk, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees, you're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsk, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsk does as Minsk does, and charges in to make a mess, Jaheira does as Jaheira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
Like, you respect the trust and admiration that he has for her, but we'd prefer him not to charge in. It is kind of sweet, but yeah, I think we wanted to like, I think we want them both to dial it back. We want Jaheira to recognize that there's some value in what he brings to the party, even though we don't know him that well yet. But we also want him not to do anything without kind of consulting with us first, if possible. So I think now she'll weigh in on Jaheira's side. So what you're saying is you've learned absolutely nothing.
Well, at least you're getting to know him a little better. I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
Okay, all right. Well, who else has something to say? Anybody? Doesn't quite look like anybody has anything fantastic that they need to talk about. So, with that little farce played out, let's go ahead and hit the sack and get ready for tomorrow. Okay, it appears nothing happened during the night, so we're going to go ahead and take a break here, buff everybody up, and get ready to head out for more exploration. I think we'll start with the city proper. At some point, we do have to make our way back down to the sewers and check out what the heck is going on with the Undercity that we discovered. Very interesting stuff. We'll see in a bit.
Maybe it'll bring us closer.
How can I help? Oh, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Which of our back in the thick? Ah, excellent choice. Very well.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. Light on my feet.
Well, are we ready? Flattered as I am. At your command. Always nice to be wanted. Lead the way. Might as well.
Why, hello, lover.
I'd join you, but things are looking a tad Lead the way.
Titans and Tortash's death. You stay in your designated district.
I felt horrible about that one. Could barely sleep for a 10 days.
She can wait to show off the sky.
For a good meal. Could barely sleep for
Show off the scar to her friends at school.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. Security's Titans and Tortash's death. You stay in your designated district.
I couldn't wait for a time when she would stop needing us so much.
You're joking, right?
What I'd give to be needed.
All right, what now? Do you ever think we should have had another one?
Doesn't matter what we think now. It would have broken us back then.
But if we'd only made the effort, if we'd only pushed through.
You stay in your designated district.
I know, love.
Oh, come on, Sam.
I think about it too.
We got urgent deliveries to make.
Urgent, is it? Why you could be trying...
I still need you.
Urgent, is it?
I always will.
Why you could be trying to sneak Gortash's assassins out in your...
I thought the Gazette got bad after I left. It's been downright terrible since Gortash died.
I wonder if the gods are watching me.
If he does, somebody will protect us.
Guildmaster's buried worse than any fopping stone.
Support your own! Better prices here than topside!
Wait to show off the scar to a friend.
All right, and we're back. We're buffed up and ready for the day. We've summoned the Cambion this time because between the Cambion, the Ginny, and the Diva, the Cambions seem to be the most useful, or at least the most reliable, I should say. We're going to go ahead and resume exploration of the upper city here. First and foremost, this building. You may recall that earlier we were down here at the docks at this level, but we never checked out the building itself. I'm not quite sure what it is, so we're going to go investigate.
But if we'd only made the effort.
You're joking, right? Fit a kobold in our cargo.
I think we have met these people. They're talking about having something confiscated. All right, so let's see what this is. Oh, we turned the lantern on. This is the lodge? I don't remember if we've been here or not.
Lodge of the Society of Brilliance.
Ah, now we've actually met a couple members of the Society of Brilliance. One in the Underdark, and one lady who wanted us to steal a Githyanki egg back at the Peaks. What do we have in here? Peer review. We are pleased to inform you that your thesis on the study on the representation of deep gnomes in mid-century drow literature has been approved for publication pending the below changes. The Society of Brilliance. 36 pages of annotations follow. We also have a letter. You're not wanted here. Interesting. I don't know what you think gives you the right to set up shop in our fine city, but Baldur's Gate doesn't want you here. Go back to the Underdark, or the Absolute, or wherever it is you came from, and stop bringing your Mind Flayer nonsense into our city. Huh, okay. Let's head inside.
My theory are significant, even profound.
So it looks like we've got a bunch of Dwergar scholars here, it seems. Let's see. Let's check in with Lolario here.
I'm compiling a translation dictionary so warring species of the Underdark can understand each other. It's an essential step forward.
Seems like a worthy endeavor, if perhaps a bit naive or Pollyannish. What about you, Dr. Moorcomb? What are you up to?
Oh, well met. I am the Society's leading expert on myconid spore telepathy. But I've had to delay my experiments. Run out of spores, you see. Oh, I miss them, those myconid spores. I don't feel quite right without them. Probably shouldn't have inhaled them all so quickly.
Okay, creepy. We have a couple books here we can read. Letter concerning Gravenhollow.
Research be suppressed for the common good.
Dearest Enrahel, I think you knew this was coming. If you find this note, I've already gone. I tried everything you suggested, but the call of the Gravenhollow Library grew too strong. I know you'll be angry with me, but I know that underneath that anger will be worry, so I'm writing to tell you, don't worry about me. I trust in the library to guide my way. After all, what better visitor can it have than one whose intent is pure as mine? And what are we, if not explorers of the vast knowledge of the Underdark? Oh, how I wish I could have convinced you to come with me. But failing that, know that I'm fully intent on returning to you in one piece. I won't ask you to wait for me. I only carry the hope in my heart that you will. With all my love, Dunno. Okay, so some lovers who disagreed about visiting this Gravenhollow library. I'm not familiar. Let's check Havkelog's notes. All of my hypotheses are just that. Theories, and no more. Unless I can test them under controlled conditions. I need a viable Githyanki egg. I must acquire one somehow. Or Havkelog is not a serious researcher, just a mere intellectual dilettante. All right, so he is the one who put the order out, it seems. Got some newspapers over here. Anything else of interest? No. Seems Havkalag is maybe in charge here. Everybody's muttering to themselves quite loudly. Let's check in with him.
Ah, a fellow inhabitor of the Underdark. You find yourself in the cradle of knowledge relating to our subterranean home, the Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you?
Interesting. Yes, we know that he's the one who wants the Githyanki egg. I think we refused because... Wait, I can't remember. Was Lae'zel alive at that point? I think we refused because we thought it was wrong, and we did not have... We tried to that's right, we tried to persuade the Kresh, like, guardian guy who was watching the egg to give it to us, but he refused. Well, I mean... We don't have an egg for him, and we wouldn't probably give him one if we did, but I met an expeditioner claiming to work for you. She sought a Githyanki egg.
Yes, dear Lady Esther, one of our most reliable contractors. Though unfortunately, this particular request was too much even for her. Once the dust has settled on this whole invading army mess outside the walls, I'll find another contractor. Perhaps they will have more success. Was there anything else? I should really get back to my research.
Nothing else, apparently.
Feel free to explore the lodge. Our knowledge is here for the common good, after all.
Interesting. Okay, so at present, we're not quite clear on our reason for being here, I guess, other than curiosity. Doesn't seem like he has a quest for us.
But I'm happy.
What do we have? We've got a bunch of food and alchemy ingredients that we can't deal with. Here's the Underdark collection.
Collection of Underdark delicacies. A salve for the homesick, and food for the intellectually curious.
We can't take any of this stuff. So it's here just as a display, I suppose?
I doubt a bear this size went down without a fight.
More things we can't really want, don't necessarily want to steal, but can't steal, or can't take because it would be stealing. Let's check out the rest of the Society's building real quick, see if there's anything of interest here, and then we'll move on, I guess. So we're in the quarters here. We have, out here, Delver Den.
So much Underdark strife comes from vying for scarce minerals. I seek to invent new, easier ways to find such ores. From plenty comes peace.
Okay, if you say so. We'll head into the sleeping quarters and take a quick peek around. Traveler's chests. A note of thanks we can read. This might give us some insight into something. To our esteemed colleague of the Society. Your invitation to present our work at the Lodge was gratefully received. A full response will be forthcoming once I've had the opportunity to consult with my colleague, Omelaum. In the meantime, please consider this note a tentative acceptance, with thanks for your interest. I look forward to speaking in person soon. Kind regards, Blurg. I only remember this name because we saw it in the menu when we were talking to the doctor. Blurg, I think, was one of the, we met him as a merchant down at the Myconid colony.
Why can't a man be passionate about mineral ores?
Over here, we have Professor Limeleech.
Once I publish my paper proving that it's just hyena mite infections that make gnolls so angry, I'll be famous.
Okay, or so you say. I did notice something over here. A Mind Flayer parasite specimen. We need to get our hands on that somehow. I'm not quite sure how, but... Oh, here's Blurg. He's actually here.
My gloom-lit friend. I take it you were curious to see the Society of Brilliance for yourself. The lure of knowledge is a hard one to resist, even where it requires us to endure discomfort. For example, it is quite bright up here. I had forgotten about the malady known as sunburn.
I hear there's an unguent that protects against the sun's powers.
A field of research I am glad exists. It will be of immense value for those exposed to it on a more regular basis. As for me, I'll remain indoors. The Society's library will keep me quite busy until I return to my research in the Underdark. We are required to attend the lodge from time to time in order to present our findings to the Society's members. My research partner prefers to avoid crowds, and so has remained in the Underdark to monitor our Zirkwood samples. I am eager to return myself, but I must prepare my treaties before I depart. Sharing knowledge is one of the Society's most important tenets.
Great, good for you. I suppose we can delve in a little bit. What's the subject of your treatise?
The underused Underdark. Applications for Zirkwood in unlocking the future of subterranean civilizations. I may be indulging myself somewhat with its title, but I do believe our research harbors such potential. I only hope the Society's members agree. Speaking of which, I should get back to annotating my references. Is there anything else I could do for you?
We could trade if you have anything.
Of course. I always carry samples, in case there are inquiring minds looking to purchase them.
So what has he got here? Melf's staff, the Baneful. I don't think we need any of this stuff. Yeah, probably not. I think we sold him some of these. He might have Scroll of Slow, Fly, Fog Cloud, Dimension Door. I'll take a Scroll of Dimension Door. Telekinesis, Animate, Disintegrate we'll take. Does he have any hooks? Yes, I need these. Elixir of Vigilance. I only have 3 left for Tava right now. We need both of those. Excellent, excellent. And then the rest of this, I don't think we need. I've got like 8 more potions of Cloud Giant strength for what's her name? Shadowheart. I think we're good here. He's got 3,000, so that's good to keep in mind. We can dump a lot of expensive stuff on him if we come back.
Research
now.
During what they call night.
The pronunciation of common for monstrous species, a guide for the pedagogues. On the origins of evil. So really, the only thing I really want here is that Mind Flayer specimen.
I'm jealous of Blurg's tough.
And I think that's about it for what we're seeing here. There might be a basement we could get into, like a lower level. I'm not sure. But what we are going to do... Oh, there's a ladder, actually. What we are going to do is peel off Astarion and see if he can't find a way to snatch that Mind Flayer parasite specimen. The justification for me is that they don't know what it is, and their research is not going to be as valuable as our use. Let me hide here. Go into turn-based mode really quick. They're both facing away. I don't know whether we'll get caught here. So let me snatch this up and see what happens.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. Still careful.
I think we got away with it. We'll see if anybody confronts us. Presumably Tava can talk our way out here. If it happens. Let's go check the roof. We do have someone yelling about thief over there. That's not good. Well, so what we'll do then is consume it before they can find it on our person. Where is Shadowheart? She's coming up with the Cambion. Okay, let's get this into Astarion over here. We do have Call of the Week. I think that's fantastic, and we're going to take it. Let's get that turned on for him. That should always be on. Yes, very nice. And, yeah. Not happy that they noticed the theft, but we can probably talk our way out of it. Do they have a lower level we should be checking out or not? What is he doing over there? How did he get there? That's very strange. Up here, there's nothing except a wooden chest. I feel like the theft of the Mind Flayer specimen is justified, but anything further is not. So let's get out of here.
Moving ahead.
Let's get everybody over here, I think. Go down. I did not see a way down, per se. So I think if there is a lower level here, it might be accessed from the docks down there? Or maybe a door over here? No, there's nothing here. Hmm.
I ain't seen no new ships in a while.
Is there... I don't see a door down there or here. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much of anything in terms of exploring more of the lower levels of that building. So I think we're sort of done there. I think it was the Society that we were interested in, and they're sort of finished now. We have here, presumably, a statue of Baldur and a central square. Let's see. There's a Baldur's Mouth Gazette here. Let's see. I wonder if we can find the one we're interested in. This is edition 76. That's old.
The gods truly.
What about this one? 79. Not that great. Okay, so this is new. This is a new area for us. We've got this building over here to the right, another one up here. We've got a couple buildings to look at. So let's get started. It seems that over here we've got Win Freshwater, maybe selling vases? I'm not quite sure. Let's check in with her.
Hope's the fact. Never trusted the Steel Watch, and with Gortash dead, who's controlling them?
Oh, you're not up on the latest news. They've all fallen over dead. Back soon.
Out for restocking.
Okay.
Will return shortly, if I can find any more stock.
I'm not sure what she's selling.
Right. Safest place in the city, too.
Lady Whitburn and Lord Whitburn are talking about how clever they are to be nobility.
Old Lady Whitburn, the mother-in-law, never comes down to the lower city. I'm glad I'm not such a snob.
Well, what about... Oh, Lord Whitburn just walked away while she was talking to us. All right, the fists, anything to say?
Since the death of Gortash, the flaming fists seem as tense as cocked crossbows. It wouldn't take much to set them off.
Okay, I guess we'll leave them alone. Let's go see what this building is then. This is the Glitter Gala. We've heard of this.
Downstairs, the Glitter Gala. Upstairs, the Chromatic Scale.
The Glitter Gala, I can't remember where we heard of it, but I definitely recognize the name. Let's check their mailbox. First, opportunity to work with a master artisan. Dear Madam Omotola. Oh, Omotola. Wasn't she the drow whose home we kind of checked out? She was like plotting stuff. She was at, was she the one at, what was it, Crimson Drafts? Or was that just a similar sounding name? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm a master artisan from Elturel, recently uprooted from my home due to circumstances beyond my control. Perhaps you've heard of me. I've certainly heard of you. I've wanted to visit your fine establishment for years now, and I'm delighted to finally have the opportunity. You see, I believe this unfortunate turn of events in my life could prove richly fortuitous for yours. I believe there's a gap in the market here for work such as my own. Permit me to descend upon you with a small sample and perhaps entice you with the possibility of establishing myself as a resident jeweler. I look forward to meeting you in person. Yours, Elswyn Glimrock. Okay, and then you need to hear this. Dearest Thomas, it's been too long, and what adventures I've had. I'll look forward to telling you about them in the elf song when I'm back, but in the meantime, I met this Johnny trader on my travels who put me onto a rare metal they call pyrohydrum. They make pipes out of them. Now, pipes are all well and good, but I'm fairly sure that in your hands, this material would make the most exceptional flute. You see, it heats up the very air that's blown through it while it's being played, which makes for a sonorous and grandiose timbre, the likes of which I've never heard. I have a bag of ores here for you to sample when I'm back. I cannot wait to hear what you make of it. All my love, Eric. So, okay, apparently these guys make fine instruments? Perhaps? I'm not entirely sure. The Glitter Gala. We've got some stuff we can just straight up take. What did she notice here? The flower pot? Or maybe she was noticing something on the second floor. No, Omatola's chest key, I think is what she noticed in the flower pot. Yes, okay. I can't remember where we've heard the name Omatola before. I think she's the... No, that's not a drow woman. So she's not the drow. I feel like we have heard the name before, though. For some reason, there's a couple things we can just take here. It's not considered theft. I don't know that we need to, though. I'm more interested in lore. Okay, so she's a jeweler. There's a ton of jewelry here. There is a document. The Glitter Gala, glittering Baldur's Gate for over 20 years. Let's read this. A brochure featuring several of the city's patriarchs wearing Omatola's gems. On the front page is a detailed drawing of a large and ornate wedding ring. Underneath are the words designed by the Glitter Gala, commissioned by Lady Fiorella, or Firelia Janath, who we just met. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, certainly there's a lot of wealth here. But we don't really need to rob this place or harm her. I don't remember where we've heard her name before. Unless it was in Lady Janath's house reading a message from her about the wedding ring. There's stock display, a primer by Santa Aaron. You can check that out real quick, and then we'll talk with the proprietress. This extensive primer guides shop owners on how to best display their various products. The pages related to jewelry are earmarked for easy referral. Maxim 1, space out your wares appropriately. Leave no less than the width of a hand between pieces so as not to crowd the eye. Maxim 2, use light to your advantage. Place gemstones where light shines brightest. The shinier the jewel, the more luxurious it looks. Maxim 3, group complementary items together. If customers are interested in a ruby ring, they'll be tempted by the ruby amulet you display next to it. Seems like good advice.
Drab attire? Lackluster skin? My darling, you need my gems. They'll brighten even a ghoul like yourself.
Rude.
Or, if you are the practical sort, I also stock enchanted stones. They're almost as magical as myself.
Well, now you've piqued my interest. Did you just call me a ghoul?
A skeleton would be more accurate. You have good bones, darling. You just need decoration, and you're in the right place.
Well, all right, we'll ignore that for the time being. Show me what you have. Okay. Well, none of this is magical. I want the enchanted stuff. How do I get to see that? None of this is enchanted.
Remember?
Okay, hold on. Let's talk to her again.
Welcome back, my darling. Are we feeling ruby? Amethyst? Malachite? Tell me. I'm here for all your glittering needs.
Show me what you have. Yeah, she doesn't have anything magical. She said she did. Maybe I should have followed that other prompt about what use do I have for stones. But none of this is enchanted. It's just necklaces. Well, that's disappointing. I would very much like to look at like some magical rings that I could buy, but...
Remember, a life without glitter is no life at all. Take care now.
Very disappointing. Maybe if we did something for her upstairs for music, maybe there's some way to get her to improve her opinion of us, and then we can... then she'll sell us magic stones? I don't know. That's a bit weird that she said she had them and then didn't. We've got a lot more... Okay, so up here's where the music maker lives. Loot. Stock key, music and lyrics. Okay, let's check in with Thomas C. Quirkilius, maker of musical instruments.
A customer. Come, Docker. You look like someone who knows their way around a lute. Or perhaps you enjoy the drums. Flute? No. Liar.
Not much of a musician.
Oh. Well, no matter. My instruments make the most splendid of gifts. I'm sure you'll find something for even the most contrary of bards.
Let's see what you got. If you have something I can get a bonus from equipping, excuse me, I might get that. Woo. So it comes with a class action, perform. We're not proficient with musical instruments. I'm not sure why some of these are rare and some of them are not. But it seems unlikely that we would use any of this.
Thank you for coming to my little shop.
Well,
I hope you have a wondrous day.
You know, not every shop can be full of wondrous magical items, I guess. We can't get into his back room, but we have no need to, so let's leave. I am wondering about Omotola. I might look that up and see if she's supposed to sell enchanted items or not. Or if you have to... Maybe you have to do something for her first or get involved with her somehow, but at the moment, we don't have a way to do that. Over here to the left, what do we got?
All these people.
That is Lady Janath's house.
You stay in your designated district.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Here's hoping those clanking watches go the same way as Gortash.
Worry about the next one when it comes.
All right, let's talk to these two.
I'm sorry. I don't think I can help you. I'm not fit for service.
Okay.
He's a lovely man, Simon, but he's seen better days. Please, try not to disturb him.
Okay, you guys are just doing your thing out here on the street, that's fine. Let's check out this building next, see what this is. There's a young man here practicing.
Stop a moment.
Oh, hold on, a young woman.
Right. You look harmless enough. The commander keeps an open house, so you may pass.
The commander? Who's the commander?
That's secret. And anyway, she's away, so Ryon's in charge. So be nice to Ryon, or I'll kick you out.
All right, a very young and earnest guard. Is this like a... Is this like an orphanage, perhaps? Oh, there's a lot going on in here. All right, let's check out what this building is. This is the Elrathan residence.
Alarathan residence.
The Alarathan residence, that's what I said. In the mailbox is Harper reports no leads. Hi Harper, I'm sorry to report that we've had no leads on the boys' parents. If they were indeed among the first taken by the cult, then their trail has gone long cold. It's a grim thought, but perhaps they were deemed unworthy of ascending and sent to serve the cult's purpose in some other way. I hope he's settling in there. May well be as nowhere else to go. Okay, so this is a Harper residence, apparently. Alarathan, apparently we can just straight up go into anything we want to here. But I don't know that we want to steal from them, so let's go meet the inhabitants. Let's see what's going on in here. Who are these people? We have Jord, Ryan, and Jessen. Ryan's in charge at the moment, apparently.
Make a habit of just letting yourself into people's homes, do you?
Well, if I'm being honest about it.
If that's who you've come to see.
Who's your mother?
So you're not here to see her? Who are you then? Is a bold thief who would just stroll into the druid Jaheira's home? Still, time to turn around and go.
Wait, I know Jaheira. I've just returned to the city with her.
She's alive? Who are you to her? A Harper?
I'm Tava. Your mother hasn't mentioned me in any letters?
Don't be too wounded. Up until this moment, she was missing. Presumed dead out in the Shadowlands. But she's alive. Everyone! She's alive! Bring her here so we can kill her.
Interesting. I don't think she ever mentioned having a daughter or a home in the... So this explains why we're free to take anything we want. All right, let's take a quick trip to camp and check in with Jaheira. Hey, how come you never mentioned your daughter was here? Who are we gonna swap her out for? Probably... Shadowheart for the moment? Just to go back and talk to the girl?
Well, are we ready for the road once more?
I met your family. Ryan is rather keen to see you.
Ah. You've wandered far in my absence. And now you come to march me to the gallows, is it? Come on, then. Likely you have some pointed questions. But you shall have to get in line behind my dear, dear daughter.
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave Shadowheart behind for the time being.
Well, are we ready for the road once more? Flattered as I am. At your command.
Okay, she is not very buffed, and she's not wearing a lot of stuff, so we gotta get her set up here. I think we put the circlet on, and the... Yeah, we'll put on the cloak. No. We'll wear that. She has the legendary blade here. Got some boots for her. Some gloves. What is she wearing? Cantrips, elemental infusion. Cannot be blinded. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna spend a lot of time with her, so I'm not gonna give her Shadowheart stuff. We're just gonna have her step out for a moment to meet with her daughter.
What a surprise.
Oh, Mahler's mark and ambush.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home.
I think, okay, so this isn't like a serious emotional moment where or like a personal growth kind of a situation where we normally stay out of this type of thing. I think we're gonna get involved and give Jaheira a little bit of a hard time here. It's a beautiful home. I figured Jaheira lived in a cave, alone.
You know Mother dear well already.
Ryan.
Ascending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained in all this time she's been away? 7.
Met gorgeous hero out in Shadowlands. Is Shadowlands one word or two?
If you are trying to help me, please stop.
The message went, I'm sorry, you know what to do.
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult, which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved her, so tell me. Are we all doomed?
She's a snarky little firecracker, isn't she? The cult is powerful. It's not going to be an easy fight.
So fight. That's what all you heroes and harpers are for, isn't it?
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old, after all.
So old!
Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots.
I love her. She's amazing. Okay, so, we're gonna take a break here. When we come back next time, we're gonna help Jaheira figure things out with her family here. This is just an amazing little bit of comic relief in the middle of this very serious, epic fantasy adventure game. I love it, and I'm here for it. I hope you guys are too. In the meantime, as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.